Hello and welcome to Inside Arvada, the official podcast of the City of Arvada. I'm Sean Starr, one of your co-hosts. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. And we have a really fun one on deck with our friends from the Apex Park and Recreation District, Katie Groke and Monica Bowser. Katie is the Director of Community Services and has been with Apex for nearly 10 years. She was born and raised in Arvada. She's a soccer player, married with 2 kids, and took a non-traditional route to her career in Parks and Rec. I guess maybe we'll find out a little bit later what that means. Monica is the Community Services and Marketing Manager for Apex. She's been with Apex for 4 years. She was also born and raised here in Arvada. She's married to a fellow Apex employee with 2 kids. Even one of her kids works for Apex as well. So she's Apex through and through.
Yeah.
And she is a new grandma. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Katie Patterson. Hi, Katie.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, I'm really excited for Katie and Monica to be here. Thanks for joining us today.
Are you regretting the decision to have us on?
Yes.
No,
Not
not
yet.
at all.
Because we're like, okay,
We already said.
I
there-
promise I won't cuss.
That's going to be a big one
It's
for
going
you,
to
but
be a
it's
big
okay.
one.
It's all
We'll
right.
work on it.
We'll work on it.
Okay.
We're going to do
We're
our
gonna
best.
do good.
Yeah,
We're
it'll be
gonna
fun.
do- we
It's
got
going to be a
this.
fun time.
Okay.
So you all are going to help explain a little bit more about Apex programming, all that jazz, and your podcast. You also have
Yeah.
Apex activated. So before we get there, tell us a little bit more about each of yourselves and what you do.
Yeah, so Monica and I just love working at Apex. We have so much fun together. So yeah, I'm born and raised Arvada native. I graduated from Arvada West High School. I played soccer, went to the University of Wyoming and played soccer. I don't play anymore. We tried to play at Apex, the field house. And when one of my girlfriends tore her Achilles, I was like, and we're done. We played through
we're out.
pregnancies.
Right.
We played through, and I was like, and we're done. So we haven't played for a few years now. But so yeah, we joke that the community services department at Apex is a little bit of everything. But it does include marketing and the Apex Activated podcast, which we love doing. But I did take a non-traditional route to Parks and Recreation. Like Parks and Recreation is like a really tight-knit community and industry. And some people were like lifeguards at 16 and now are retiring from the industry, and like others kind of like pop in and out. So I have a background in community organizing, and I kind of came from the advocacy world and stumbled upon Parks and Recreation. It's been so fun, and Apex, it's been kind of nice to come home and be at Apex. So it's been fun.
Same here. I took a very non-traditional route. I spent most of my career at Jeffco Public Schools. Loved it. Loved being with the kids. I think the thing that drew me to Apex was community. The schools was all about community. Apex was community. And I wanted to try something creative and fun. And the position came open with Katie, and I applied. And I say I get to do the fun in Apex for our community. They all get to do fun. They do the sports, but I get to do like the marketing, the social media. We call it the Hype Club. So we hype up our staff members, and really it's just all the things that I would want in a job is what I get to do.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
fun. Promoting all of the fun things. It's like Sean's job. He
Yeah,
gets all the fun
exactly,
things
yeah.
in the city.
Yeah.
And then
Sean,
Katie
cheers.
handles
Yes.
all the serious stuff.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
As we mentioned, you have a podcast as well. I think you were before us, maybe by maybe a few months or something
Close
like
in
that. I
time.
don't
Yeah,
think-
yeah.
We didn't
Yeah.
copy you. It was just an idea that we had kind of brewing. But
Yeah.
Oh, you can copy us. It's okay.
yeah,
It's
and
fine.
so this is kind of like another crossover episode that we're doing.
Yeah.
Tell us about Apex Activated, how you can listen to it, what sort of guests you have on, and the format. Hint, it's a little bit looser than our sort
It's a
of
little
traditional
more
format
casual.
here.
We're pretty cash. We're pretty
Yeah.
cash. We started Apex Activated about 2 years ago. My mom works for Ramos Law, and we went and visited one day, and they showed us their podcast studio, and I was like, you should interview my boss. She's really great. She has a fun background. So Katie went on the podcast. I went with her, and we got in the car after, and she's like, I've always wanted to do a podcast. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Let's do it then. So we met with the guys at Ramos. They taught us everything we know, which was basically here's an Amazon list of what to buy. And we proposed it to Jeff Glenn, and he was so excited. And he was like, yeah, I've always wanted you guys to do a podcast, and this is great. And approved it. We started it. And it's been kind of just this like train that has been going.
We joke that it's the Parks and Recreation podcast. It has nothing to do with Parks and Recreation.
Right. When we started, we were like, we're going to interview all Parks and Rec people and get the word out. And really what we came to find out is everybody has a story and they all just want to tell it. And so we've expanded it to, we've had the mayor on, we had an influencer on, we've had staff on. We just, anyone and everyone, you want to tell your story, come on and tell it.
it's been fun to like when we're in the public, like running across someone or like meeting someone
Yeah.
that has a cool story, and we're like, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
And then we found that people just don't get asked to
Yes.
tell their story very often. So when they're given the opportunity to share their experience, it like opens this floodgate, and it's been really fun because you would never know about people's history or their past
Right.
or what they're currently doing if you don't ask. And so it's been fun, but it is funny because there are other Parks and Recreation podcasts that are really like talk about the industry
Yeah.
and like trends, and we're like, tell us about where you're from.
Right.
Tell us about your
Wait, tell us
pets.
about your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like we're so yeah, and we cry a lot on the podcast.
She cries every podcast.
I cry every
When
podcast.
she says we, she means Monica.
I cry for Katie.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah. There's just the people's stories
Yeah.
are so,
Yeah.
and I love hearing them and hearing where they came from. And we did a crossover with Reckless podcast, and it was so funny because they had all these questions about Apex, and we were like,
no,
so we're not
this is what we
answering
do.
those.
Yeah.
We're actually going to talk
Yeah.
about like. Tell us about your wives
Yeah.
and how do you guys know each other and what do you do
Yeah.
on the weekends? I don't think they knew what hit them.
Yeah.
I
But
think that's
also it
such
all
a-
goes back to Parks and
does,
Recreation. Like
for
tell
sure.
like what did you do as a kid? Like did you play sports when you were a kid, or did you go to your rec center,
Yeah.
or do you have a favorite park now with your dog or your kids? And it always goes back to at some point in their lives they've had a positive experience with whatever their version of Parks and Recreation is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what a different spin on what is inherently Parks and Recreation and community building, right? Like you're just
100%.
doing community building through that podcast. Two peas in a pod over here.
100%. 100%. One of the questions we ask 4 questions, same questions to every guest at the end of our podcast. One of them is, what is the last thing you did for yourself? And it's the hardest question for everybody.
Yeah.
But it always is like, oh, well, I took a workout class, or oh, I did this for myself. So
Yeah.
again, it brings you back to community and Parks
And
and
like
Rec.
how you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Yeah, I
cool.
really enjoyed the episodes like with some of the folks that work with the city, right? Like the mayor, and learning kind of some of her story, and even Jeff
She
Glenn.
has the most
like-
fascinating childhood. Like,
Yeah.
who knew she has all this movie memorabilia
In her basement.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
still haven't seen it, but I gotta go see it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
former council member was on there as well.
Yeah.
And so it's just certainly room for both podcasts in the community here.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so
for sure.
for any of
Yeah.
our listeners
Yeah.
who haven't checked it out, we highly encourage you to
Yeah.
subscribe and follow along and stay up to
It's a
date.
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about Apex. We've talked about it before on the show, like the differences between the city and Apex. A lot of overlap in
Yeah.
some of the things that we do. But what is Apex? How are you different from the city? How do we work together?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, we love working with you guys. We have such a historical relationship, and it's in every facet. We love it. So Apex is a special district. So we are partly funded by property taxes, partly funded by user fees. So we're not the city, we're not the county, we're our own thing. We report up to an elected board, just like a city council. They are elected, and so we are quasi-governmental is what they consider us, but we are the provider of the active recreation in the city of Arvada and unincorporated Jefferson County. So we do spill over into parts that aren't within the city limits. And we've always said like super a handshake agreement with the city, like you all do passive recreation and we do active recreation. So the way that we look at it is that you all manage most of the green spaces and the outdoor like trails and parks and things like that. And we operate the rec centers and the more programming side of recreation in the city of Arvada. And it's always worked. We were founded, this is our 70th year, so we're going to celebrate our 70th birthday in
Wow.
November.
We're so excited.
We're so fun.
We have some big things planned.
Yeah. So we were founded by a group of citizens that wanted a swimming pool because there was a drowning in the creek. And so they created the special district, and that's our history.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we had Hillary on Roosevelt.
Yeah.
I think I'm pronouncing her name correctly.
Yeah.
And she mentioned that's how it was founded. So
Yeah.
You're also
Founded in
spoiling
pools.
one of my
Yeah.
trivia questions, but we'll get to that.
Oh, no! Okay. So we love working with you all. It's been so fun, and I think it works for the citizens. And we joke, especially in communications, like people don't really understand that we're separate, and that's okay because that means that we're getting, they're getting everything that they need, and
Absolutely.
we know who to call if they call one of us, and it's not us.
Yeah.
And so the door is always open.
Well, and we work so well together and sit on so many committees together, which is what I love
Yeah.
because it's such a great partnership. You and I sit on CAPS Council together, and it's great to be able to like bounce ideas off each other and like, okay, how can we help as a partner
Right.
together?
Yeah,
It's
being
great.
able to kind of see it's like the little fingers going out, right? And you
Yes.
can say like, oh, opportunity, or they're
100%.
doing this really well, let's try it here.
Yeah.
Or we can actually support that with this resource from the city. That sort of stuff is like,
Yeah.
you don't make those connections if we aren't
No.
sharing, having good
100%.
partnerships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all interconnected physically too, which is also
Yeah.
really cool. Like the trails connect to the facilities,
Right.
connect to the
Yeah.
sidewalks, to connect to the streets, to the neighborhoods. Like it's all we're so physically connected
Yeah.
that
And
it works.
To the community, it doesn't matter who's managing what facility, right?
Right.
They just
No.
want
Yep.
good opportunities and good services.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about all the great facilities that Apex has to offer. I think a lot of folks are probably most familiar with Apex Center there off
Yeah.
72nd and Alkire, the 2 hockey rinks and the giant indoor pool and a climbing wall. But there are several other facilities as well throughout the city that folks can check out. Tell us about the facilities, maybe some of the unique amenities that some of them have as well.
Yeah, so it's funny that so we do consider the Apex Center as our flagship center. It's kind of what we're known for, but we do operate 12 facilities in the city of Arvada. So we always joke that if you need it, Apex offers it. So we have a tennis center, we have pools, we have ice arenas, we have art rooms, we have a gymnastics gym, we have, like a warm water pool, we have fitness centers, we have fitness classes.
We have a sauna. If you didn't know, we have a sauna.
We do have we have racquetball, racquetball and fitness. So racquetball and fitness center is the best kept secret in Arvada.
Yeah.
It's the staff's favorite gym because it's so quiet. But if you ever wanted a quiet workout space, it has sauna, and there's also racquetball courts.
Yep.
There's a sauna there?
Yeah, in the locker rooms.
Like
Yeah.
64th.
So it's like 64th and Ward-ish.
Yeah.
It's like it's across the street from Fremont.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, like if you want it, Apex offers it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to the outdoor pools in the summer, and Fitz is my...
Oh, Fitz is one of my favorites
Fitz is
because of the
awesome.
garage door
Regular
that
spot.
opens up. It's great.
Yeah.
It's beautiful,
Yep.
overlooking the park there. And now we are leasing Fitzmaurice Elementary
Right.
for our camp. So
yeah,
it's great.
It's always busy, activated.
Yes,
We're
activating
offering-
the community.
Yeah, we're offering the Les Mills classes at Fitzmaurice now too.
Yes.
So if you wanted to try a new fitness class, Fitzmaurice is where it's at. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I've seen those offered, but I don't know what they are.
It's like body pump and I should know
know what
the
that
other
means.
You would like it.
It's
You
like
would
a lot
like
of
it.
HIIT classes.
Like,
You would
fast
like
workouts.
it. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
strength
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's a great segue. Tell us more about some of the different programming that you all offer, because you do camps. You talked about
Yeah,
There's so much.
absolutely.
There's always so much going on. What are maybe like some
So
highlights
we
right
have
now or this summer?
We have camps, whether it be summer camp, spring break camp. We have our EDU classes, which are like kids cooking class, silly science,
Lego.
Yep.
YouTube.
all kinds of fun things for kids. We also have our active adult programming off of 66th and Wadsworth there.
Yes,
at
I just
our-
went there for the first time, and I was like, this is huge and amazing.
It's huge. That's another hidden gem.
There's
you
like
don't think
a
it looks
library,
big.
Yeah.
pool tables,
Yeah.
a gym,
Yeah,
a
you
community
can
space.
get puzzles there. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have our puzzle hustle that we offer
That was the
there.
one I wanted to ask you about because
Is that a trivia question? Did we just both
No,
again?
it's
okay,
not.
okay.
But I think that's like one of the ones that people maybe not know about that looks really fun. I've seen some of the videos.
Puzzle
Puzzling is
hustle.
very big right now.
It's
Yeah.
very
It's
big.
very big.
We sell
Is this like the
T-shirts.
competitive
Yes.
puzzling?
Yes, it's time.
They
Yeah.
finish in like 30 minutes.
It's
I'd be good at
insane.
this.
It's
Yes.
Would you?
Yes,
Because
I'm a
you
great
think that
puzzler.
you would, and then you're not.
No, I'm pretty
Because
sure I would.
we're okay. We went to the very first one.
I'll try it.
And we didn't even finish
Got
this
some.
one.
No,
It was terrible.
How big
They-
are the puzzles?
500 piece.
30
And
minutes?
30 minutes. These puzzlers, they do a tailgate beforehand. They dress up all the same. They eat
Some of
out in
them
the parking
bring
lot.
like stilts to put on their table. Like they have a kit. Like
Yeah.
it's
They
very
bring
serious.
video cameras so they can film themselves to get better
And,
the
like,
next
they,
time.
like, watch
they
film.
have
They go back
lights.
and-
They watch
Yes.
No
film.
way.
They
of their
rewatch.
puzzling.
They
That's
yes,
great.
they have lights that they put on so they can see it.
Yeah.
They have like code words when they all switch, so you'll hear them. And
How
yeah,
many is on
this
a
is-
team?
4 to a team.
This is a
That's gotta be
future
a lot of-
Olympic.
no,
sport.
no, a lot of them do it so then they can go to nationals.
Also, we are practice for the actual competitions.
Yes.
And if you start watching puzzling videos, your algorithm will be all
All puzzling. We
Yes.
sell
really
T-shirts
hard.
now.
We have T-shirts,
Oh yeah, we
like,
have T-shirts.
it's
We
insane.
You
sell.
need like
it's-
a rec league division though for like beginners who aren't going to
we
go
have
there.
beginners, so you
Okay.
come
Yeah.
to this.
Nice.
It's
Yes.
so much fun.
Yes.
Perfect.
It's one of our favorite events, and
Wow.
I think V, who started in events last year, she was like, okay, Puzzle Hustle, and now it's one of her favorites.
Yeah.
like she loves it. So we have that. We have crafting. We have glass class. We have pottery. I mean, you name it, we have it. I say the only thing we don't offer is shuffleboard, and that's my 2026 goal is to get shuffleboard.
And
That's
we
the only
did.
thing we don't have.
Yes, and we did. I should let the folks know if you are a resident of Apex or not. We did just launch our new registration system through Rec Technologies. So if you haven't yet claimed your account, claim your account. And we are making it even easier to register for these classes. So it's super easy to get online and see what we offer and register. And it's
we'll
all
have an
mobile.
app.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on the
it's
phone
mobile.
now and everything.
We
It's
have a
really cool.
cornhole league. We have volleyball leagues, adult leagues, kids leagues.
Yeah.
Speaking of residents of Arvada, because those folks do pay into the property tax and
Correct,
help
yeah.
fund you, they get discounts on everything, right? On
Yeah.
single use and passes. And
Almost
all
all of our programming or drop-in admissions we have resident and non-resident rates.
Yeah, tell us about maybe some future projects that folks can look forward to. What's kind of on tap that people can get excited about? Maybe some recently completed ones that have gone over well initially.
Yeah, so we're so excited. We just recently completed our archery range. So it's behind the Apex Center. It's an outdoor archery range, year-round outdoor archery range. So if you haven't yet tried the archery range, come out. We're offering like beginner lessons, drop-in, advanced lessons, everything. So the archery range is really cool. I still consider AAC, which was our partnership with you all in the school district, I still consider that to be new. But we have a lot going on. I think there's a lot.
We have a lot
On
going
the horizon.
Yeah, new programs coming all the time. One program that I always mention because I don't think a lot of people know about it, yet it sells out every year, is our Therapeutic Rec musical. They have
Yes.
started practicing for that already. We
For
have
the
a
holidays.
Therapeutic Rec program, and they put on a holiday musical every year, and it's the best way to kick off your holidays. It's so amazing. We had it at A West this year, and it was magical.
It's very cool.
And it's like a play, or okay,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
cool. I didn't know about that one.
I had some friends check out the archery range, and they said it
And?
was amazing. Yeah,
Okay,
they were.
okay.
Like,
Great.
it fits a need that was really
100%.
needed in the community.
It's like
Yeah.
the little project that could. It was
Yeah.
like our pre-COVID project that got put on hold because of COVID. So to see it actually come to fruition was really fun for us.
It's
So
great.
can you just like drop in and go do archery?
Yeah, so I should say my mom, Marianne, we talk about Marianne a lot. Marianne's like, how do I find the hours? I was like, okay, fine. It's under the Apex Center on our website. So it is a feature of the Apex Center, and all of the hours and programming are listed under the archery range, under the Apex Center.
I would want to take a class, but I was like, if you already knew what you were doing, could you just kind of show
Yes,
up?
we do
Yeah.
offer
Yeah.
drop-in, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And Kelly is amazing. She's our rec coordinator who
Yeah.
runs it. She is great. Yeah.
The other cool thing that's coming up that's pretty cool for residents is that we got a grant from Jefferson County Open Space, and we are connecting the 72nd to the Ralston Creek Trail through our parking lot. So there will now be a safe way to walk from the neighborhoods near the Apex Center to the trail.
Cool.
Right now, there's no connection, which is really weird. When the Apex Center was built, none of the neighborhoods existed, and so now you'll be able to safely walk from the neighborhoods to the skate park, or to Ralston Creek Trail, or to our front door. You won't have to walk through the parking lot anymore.
Very
So that will be cool. And then we're adding probably next year a new trail out in our area of unincorporated Jefferson County. We have a park, Lori Dana Miller Park will now have a trailhead with a trail over there that will connect to Van Bibber and Ralston Creek through the Fairmount Trail,
Cool.
which is really neat.
Can you kind of orient on where that is?
Yeah, so go to your Sunrise Ridge Park, which is like 60th and
southwest part
Easley.
of the city, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
Between Arvada and Golden is
Yeah.
like this unincorporated
Yep.
part.
Okay.
And if you go to Sunrise Ridge Park at like 60th and Easley, that's Easley, right? Yeah, Easley. And you go west on 60th, that will run you right into the park. The firehouse is right there. It used to be Fairmount, now it's Arvada Fire. The firehouse is right there. It's right. That's the area. You can't miss it.
I was gonna say, city does mostly parks, but there's like two exceptions, right?
Yeah.
There's that one, and then Seacrest has its own like park.
Yeah, so our that's the fun thing about our relationship is like sometimes like you own it and we operate it, sometimes we own it, sometimes we're leasing it from you. Seacrest is something that we own 100% is our property. So Seacrest Park is owned and operated by the Apex Park and Recreation District, and then some of the parks over in unincorporated Jefferson County that the city it's not within the city limits. So we have Apple Meadows Park, Lori Dana Miller Park. Oh my gosh.
Apple Meadows was the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Apple Meadows, yeah,
Yeah.
that is the coolest park. Like if you didn't know it was there, it's like super hidden, but it's pretty big, and the Van Bibber Trail runs through it
Oh, cool.
completely, which is really neat.
Yeah.
need to go explore that. It's kind of a black hole for me over there a little bit.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
you
We've
would
done
not
a lot
know
of
it's
cleanup.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have to shout out one more program
Yeah.
that is coming up that I'm super excited about, and I completely forgot we didn't talk about this. We are doing a special event in the summer at Seacrest Outdoor Pool, and it's going to be build your own boat races. So it'll be teams,
Yeah.
and they will build their own cardboard boats, and they have to paddle across and back.
Oh,
that sounds
okay.
so
It's
cool.
not
Yeah.
like a motorist.
No.
no,
They have to
Okay.
build their own boat out of cardboard. And
It's like cardboard derby, but
Yes.
cardboard boats.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Very
I'm super
fun.
excited about that.
Yeah.
We cannot wait. That's one that
Yeah.
we're
That'll
really.
be
Some
fun.
fun
Yeah.
content
Yeah.
from that,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we'd
Yeah.
love to get a team from the city to
Oh
build a
my
boat.
gosh,
I love it, yeah.
Okay, but like children go in the boats, right? Not,
Oh no, it can be adults.
It
yeah,
can be
yeah.
adults.
We built
I'm
one just to
sinking.
test it out. You would think we built one to test it out, and we had one of our lifeguards get in it, and she rode across AAC and back, and it did
Wow.
not sink. It was great.
Okay.
A lot of duct
Are you talking
tape.
about
That's amazing.
Samara?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
A lot of duct tape.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
So I mean, City of Arvada. If you
sounds
want
Let's
in,
hear it.
When is that again?
I'll have to look up the date. It is in the summer.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys
Sometime
know.
in the summer,
Yeah.
Yeah, very fun. Okay, so before we go into trivia, last question is always kind of like what we've talked about a lot of misconceptions, but any other info or misconceptions you want to clear up for folks?
I think it's just like who does what.
Yeah.
Not that we ever care that people call the wrong place because we'll get them to the right place,
Right.
but it's just like the who does what, and your taxes really are separate.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we don't get funding from the city, and Apex doesn't fund the city in any way.
Yeah.
So it is separate, and it is contributing to the overall experience for residents.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know like for the like city owned facilities is always like, but we need Apex signage to be the focus here because
Yeah.
like that's who you go to when you want to access
Yeah.
programming for this facility. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense for us to be like, but we own it. You know,
Right,
like who
right,
cares?
right.
Yeah, it's always hard when you're building it because you're like, but
Yeah.
no. But I'm like, you have to think about it operationally.
Yeah, think
Yeah.
about
and
this
like
from
who's
like
making the phone
Yeah.
call,
the
right?
community
yeah.
member
yeah.
perspective. We don't want a bunch of calls to the city about what
Yeah.
operating hours are
Yeah.
for the tennis center
Exactly.
or the AAC.
or why there isn't
or-
enough toilet paper in the bathroom.
Right,
right,
right.
Like we got you.
You're like,
we,
let me
we'll
pass
take
you to
that.
Sean
We'll
on
take
that.
you that. We'll take that phone call. The other thing too is which I haven't mentioned, and I feel terrible about it, but there are 3 golf courses in the city of Arvada, which I think we're so lucky as residents. That we have that much access. 2 are owned by the city of Arvada. 1 is owned by Apex. So Indian Tree is Apex's, and Westwoods and Lake Arbor are the cities. So there are a lot of opportunities, and they're all like kind of like different levels, different topography.
Yeah.
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 On how I'm not a big golfer, but so there are a lot of opportunities for that too for the residents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a big golfer either, but my husband is, and so I've done the par 3 9-hole at Indian Tree. Is
Yeah.
a good starter.
Yes, I like
Spot.
to ride in the cart.
Me too.
I drive and I putt.
I don't even putt. I just
I'm a
like to
bad
drive and
putter.
take pictures of people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think another
Yeah.
misconception is that we are not just Apex Center, that we have the
Yes.
12 facilities
Yes.
total,
Yeah, that's-
and they're all part of us. Because
Yeah.
you'll hear people, we do an active adult information session where we tell them everything we do, and they'll say, oh, I didn't know Fitzmaurice was Apex. I didn't know. So yeah, we're all
Yeah.
one. We're all one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the country's most popular disc golf course here at Memorial Park. I think
Yes.
Indian Tree's par 3 might be the most popular par 3 golf course in the entire country because I live right there. Every time I drive by, there's people
Oh, it's
packed and
packed.
waiting.
It's
So,
so
packed. It's
great.
crazy,
And if you
yeah.
haven't been in and tried the tacos in
Yeah.
the clubhouse from
Yeah.
Diane,
Yeah.
you're missing out. The
really?
clubhouse
Yeah.
is a little hidden gem.
Yeah, it's a little hidden gem.
Yeah.
I
And
like
they
their
do
green
events
chili.
there too. Like they've done like murder mystery dinners and stuff.
Yeah, we do murder
Murder
mystery there. Yeah, yeah.
I thought about going recently.
It's so fun.
It sounds fun.
Have you
Yeah.
do you like escape rooms and stuff?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Anything
it's really
that's
fun.
kind of like that puzzly
Yes.
type stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Awesome. All right, so we're ready for trivia.
Oh,
Can't
we're
look
ready.
at
Okay.
your screen.
I
I
feel
was
like
gonna
what
say.
if like you also should know that Apex employees are notorious for being super competitive. And
Yeah,
like
no
everything
surprise.
is
Yeah.
like a game. I'm like, we're gonna win.
So what we
So
do
now,
I
oh my
am
God,
not
what if I
competitive. I'm
and
like,
this one is like
everyone gets a
everyone gets a ribbon.
Everyone needs a ribbon.
No. Yeah,
what we
no.
usually do is we say if you know the answer, let the other people guess so that we can laugh.
Oh,
at
so
them.
I can play it off
Right.
like I do know the answer,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I'll let
that's what
somebody
I'm
else.
gonna do.
I'll let somebody else have fun. Okay. Okay.
Normally, Katie and I sit across from each
I
other.
know. I'm
but
like, don't look.
there we
at
Yeah,
go.
don't look,
Cheat
don't
sheet,
look.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What year was Apex Park and Recreation District founded? 1947, 1956, 1972, or 1987?
Well, I know the answer.
Yeah,
to
well,
know
it's
the answer.
56.
Yeah,
1956.
1956.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I gave it away. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. November
It's
13th
cool though
specifically.
because yes, November
Yeah.
13th, and it's cool because this year is the 250, 150.
Oh, there you go.
And then
You can tack on
70.
and last
70,
year the
yeah.
chamber was 100. It's like a cool
Yeah.
few years of
Yeah.
birthdays for
And at the
Arvada.
time, it was North Jeffco Metropolitan Recreation and Park District.
Correct.
Bit of a mouthful there.
Yeah.
Imagine answering the phone saying that.
Can I tell you a funny story
Sure.
about that too? Speaking of misconceptions, and so when we were always growing up, I was North Jeffco. Like I skated for North Jeff, I did gymnastics at North Jeff, and so when we built the Apex, we had changed the name to Apex and then built the Apex Center, thinking that it would clarify that we weren't Jefferson County because we were North Jeffco. And we traded one problem for the other because now everybody only thinks we're the Apex Center and not the entire district.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is that saying? But we tried and it didn't work.
Same
Yeah.
problem.
So we
Create a
always
new
say we're not the
problem.
city, we're not the
Yeah.
county because people thought we were always the county because
Yep.
we were North Jeffco.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, question number 2. What year did the district change its name to Apex? Do you want options or do you want to guess?
I already know the answer.
I can give you some multiple choice.
Yeah.
1989, 1991, 2007, or 2005?
I'm 89.
Monica?
07.
07. Yep.
Oh.
It was aligned with the
I was
Apex Center
initially
opening.
thinking
Yeah.
early 2000s, then I was like, no, maybe it was a really long time ago. Because something we talked about happened in the 80s. Some transition of
Yeah.
parks, maybe.
Yeah, and the I think it was like a Jefferson County open space. There was like a bond, and that helped the city build a whole bunch of parks, like
Yep.
an
Right.
incredible amount in like
Yeah.
a short amount of
Yep.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to 91 is when it changed from North Jeffco Metropolitan Recreation and Park District to North Jeffco Park and Rec District. So you can kind of see the evolution
Yes.
to where
Yeah.
you got to Apex.
For our 70th birthday, we have like an image for all of the logos.
Yeah.
So people can share their stories
cool.
about which one that they
Yeah.
remembered and stuff, which is really neat.
All right,
Fun.
question number 3. I had to reference the Arvada Historical Society's book, New Frontiers, which
Yeah.
it goes,
Oh, boy. Okay.
written by Kimberly Field. Lots of great nuggets in there,
Yep.
so you might know this one as well. But the relationships between the two organizations maybe weren't so smooth for a while there. There was a lot of duplication of funding and efforts and roles and responsibilities until there was an IGA signed that really clarified the roles between Apex and the city. Recreation and parks was kind of the gist of it. What year was that IGA signed?
Wait, do you have options with that
Yeah.
too? Because I think if I had options, I would remember.
1975, 1981, 1991, or 1999?
Was it in 91? When was that first IGA?
There's probably like
There's-
dozens of
I know.
IGA.
Also,
yeah.
So many
the
now.
original IGA
Yeah.
is like 150 pages. We've since simplified it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I
it
know I'm not going to
91?
be right. I want to say 99, but it's because it's sticking in my head for something else that we talked about, but I don't think I'm right.
I think it was 91 because it wasn't that close to the Apex Center opening. The Apex Center
Okay.
opened in 2000. But I could be wrong. Is
The
it
one I'm
99?
talking about is 99, and that's the one that the book references. Like, this is when it like really clearly
did. Okay, okay.
defined.
That makes sense because
Yeah.
in 2000 was when the Apex Center opened.
Mm-hmm.
And they
I
probably
know
they needed to
they
clarify
needed
it
to
before.
clarify.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so according to the book, Larry McGinley, he was a former city council member, former mayor. He also served as the president of the then North Jeffco Park and Recreation District Board. He was really key in facilitating that relationship building and mending and clarifying.
Very
so
What year did the skate park open? That's another
Ooh.
misconception.
Yes. Yes.
top of my head, I think it was like right around the Apex Center,
Was it
right?
the same time? I should
think
know
so.
that. I don't. Because a lot of people think we also manage the skate
But
park.
that's city.
And we don't. That is a city park.
Yeah.
But we also,
they're right
along
next to
with the
each other.
IGA, we help out with
Yeah.
some of the maintenance over there.
Yeah.
But we get a lot of skate park traffic
Yes.
into the ice arena.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't read
I
it
should
from
know
here,
the
but
answer to this.
I think it was right around the
you,
same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's also a huge gem for the region.
Oh,
At the
yeah.
time, it was
Oh
like
yeah, like the largest
one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's too late now, but it was in the running for Best of Mile High Awards for Best Skate Park. We don't know the results yet by the time this podcast comes out, but it's up
Wow,
for that.
that's
So
amazing.
And you
Yeah.
guys, they've done some cool stuff in the last year or two with like, didn't Skateboarding Magazine come out
Yeah.
or something crazy?
I'm sure because it is
Yeah.
still one of the largest in the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah,
and,
they came
like,
out for an event. It
yeah,
was
that's
huge.
when it was huge. Yeah.
I'll be going to like the Apex Center at night, and that thing will be
Oh, yeah.
packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So part of that 1999 IGA, there were some parks that Apex had run that got transferred over to the city, such as like Quaker Acres Park, Emil Schneider, Hackberry, Oak, Columbine, and then exchange, the city agreed to provide North Jeffco with full use leases for places like Lutz, Lake Arbor Community Center, Arvada Tennis Center, and Myers Pool. So.
Yeah. That is one of the changes, too, in the recent years is that you all owned and maintained the fields and the sports complexes, and we programmed them, and now you all are doing all of that, and so we are just a user for a lot of the fields, but we do so much programming on your sports complexes. So that was a change in the recent IGA.
Like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. Yep. So bonus question, Ralston Central Park right down the road here. What was there before it was Ralston Central Park?
I know
There's a pool.
Yeah,
Fisher
I don't know
Pool.
the name of it, but yeah.
Fisher
I know
Pool.
It was Fisher Pool. Okay.
Yeah, Fisher
and
Pool.
an ice rink too, right?
Yeah.
It was
and
Garrison Street Center
yes.
was the building,
Yep.
and it was an ice arena, and then it was a gymnastics gym, and then it was the indoor soccer field when it was no longer an ice arena. So I can't remember the timing, but we didn't need the ice arena anymore because the Apex Center, and then when the field house, we knew that the Garrison Street Center would have to close because of the floodplain, and so that's the impetus of building the field house at 58th and Kipling was to replace the soccer fields. And then the gymnastics gym went to Seacrest Recreation Center at 80th and Sims. That's where the gymnastics gym is now. And then the pool, which was kind of the last thing, was a agreement with the city as well. And was part of the city helped invest in the Fitzmaurice outdoor pool. Was always the replacement for Fisher, even though it happened much later. We always wanted to have another outdoor public pool in that neighborhood. So that's why at Fitzmaurice, we got the pool at Fitzmaurice.
Gotcha. Yeah. See how key the coordination is between
and you
the
know
two.
what's so funny for folks who've lived here forever? There was like this like a building that wasn't connected to the pool or to Garrison Street. It was this little house, and that was our pottery studio.
Yep.
So the pottery studio moved to Sim Street as well. So Sim Street got the art and the gymnastics. Fieldhouse got soccer and the other indoor field sports, but all of that was replaced when it had to go away because of the floodplain.
Exactly, yeah. It was
and the park is beautiful.
It was a flood
park is
mitigation
beautiful. It's a
project,
splash pad, and
Yeah.
we maintain the splash pad.
Yeah, so we
I
help.
think that's gone back and forth.
Yeah,
and now
that's
it's
the
in your
IGA,
hands.
now it's in ours
recently.
again.
Yeah.
You're
so-
welcome.
We do
Hillary.
pools. We do pools.
Exactly, leave it to the experts for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Awesome. Thank you all for coming
What
on.
a fun conversation.
This was so
Thanks for
fun,
having
you
us.
guys. This
Listen,
was great.
we didn't cuss.
No, we kept it
We kept
professional.
it to Parks and Recreation.
We knew most of the
I didn't
trivia.
even ask about their dogs or
No, but we're gonna have them on ours.
100%.
And that's
Yes.
when we
And
go
then
off
we're
the
gonna
rails.
see.
And then we'll
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Fair.
Wanted to also, like, if you want to plug, like, obviously the podcast is great if you want to kind of get the more in-depth, longer stories, but
Yeah.
your social and your newsletter are great ways to stay in
Yeah.
touch. And
Yeah.
and be informed.
If you aren't already getting the rundown, it's our every other week newsletter. It has all of our upcoming programming. Apex Activated is on anywhere you listen to podcasts. And check out our website, apexprd.org, for all of our upcoming stuff.
And social. We've got social.
Yeah.
Always look at Instagram
Yeah.
and Facebook.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you
so
guys.
much.
Thank you
It's
guys.
so good
This
to
was so
see
fun.
you.
It was so
so
fun.
fun.
Great.
Yeah.
And as a reminder, we love hearing from our guests. You can reach out using the link at the top of the episode and give us a text, or you can also email us at podcast@arvada.org. We love hearing feedback from our listeners about what they enjoy, ideas for future episodes, and more. On to the news and events segment. We have the Arvada Blonde Reservoir opening up here on April 1st. That reservoir will be open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you can learn more and purchase your season passes at arvadaco.gov/reservoir. And coming up on April 12th is the Arvada Kite Festival. That's from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Stenger Sports Complex. That's our flagship community event each spring that celebrates just community and being outside, flying kites, kids' activities, and more. You can learn more at arvadaco.gov/kite festival. Katie, tell us about Ask Arvada.
Yeah, so we updated our Ask Arvada system. That's the city's online system for submitting questions and reporting concerns. You do have to register for an account now to be able to use that system. It's at arvadaco.gov/askarvada. And there's also an app now. So that's a cool new feature that's available on that website as well. And we had Rachel Stotts on last time from Resource Central. Those programs that we talked about are now available. So that's pre-order for the Garden in the Box. Applications for the lawn replacement program are open. And then the Slow the Flow sprinkler evaluations are starting up. And so those programs do fill up fast. So registering early is super important. There's two projects happening at Memorial Park at the same time. And so they are on distinct ends of the park. Lots of parks still open. But the police department is working on the construction of a police honor garden just on the west side of the park near the pavilion. The pavilion will remain open, the playground will be open, but you will see some fencing and closed off parking in that area. And then on the other side of the park, on the east side, there's some work from the stormwater department to do improvements to the creek there. And they will have a section of the trail closed with detour signage on site, and then holes 2 and 3 of the disc golf course will be closed. Both projects expected to take a couple of months, likely into May or June for both of those. Thank you again to our guests today, Katie Groke and Monica Bowser from Apex. Be sure to listen to our next episode with Stephen Russell, our Senior Sustainability Coordinator, who will be talking about the Climate and Sustainability Action Plan. Today's podcast was recorded and edited by Arvada Media Services.
And today's fun fact is the Apex Park and Recreation District covers about 60 square miles, and by comparison, the City of Arvada is 39.5 square miles.
Whoa.